in the spirit of what not to do, which I occasionally have put up, sorry about the wind noise, can't really help that much. This is a peach. This is peach leaf curl, which is a fungal disease. It's almost impossible to avoid without doing some fairly heavy spraying. We've got one peach tree here, and there's a few peaches on it, very few. Now, I'm advising people who live in temperate climates, such as England, not to consider growing peaches, at least only if you're prepared to protect them, maybe grow them against a wall. And here's a peach that we've got growing here. It's dying back here. It's a pretty sickly tree, lots of dead wood on it, carrying a pathetic crop. It's got a lot of this fungal disease, peach leaf curl, which is almost impossible to avoid in this country unless you cover it over in winter, which you can only really do with a wall-trained tree, or spray heavily. Well, having just told you, I don't think trying to grow having just told you that I don't think trying to grow peaches outdoors in England is a good idea, I've just shown you a peach and was on the way to have a look at another one. So how come I've gone against my own advice? Well, first of all, you live and learn, but secondly, that particular peach wasn't actually part of our planned orchard. There was a project we were involved in some years ago. Somebody commissioned us to grow on a number of trees. In fact, it never came to anything, and it's a story that's irrelevant to the tales I'm telling here. But we had that peach left over from a project that never got completed, and so we didn't dig it out. And some years it produces half a dozen peaches. You have to eat them very quickly because they rot quite fast. But peaches, delightful though they are, you can't really grow them outdoors in England. Now, here we've just planted a couple of peaches. See, there's a little that sort of white stuff on it, a bit of fungicide. You do need some fungicide because peaches in England are very, very prone indeed to a disease called peach leaf, which I've just shown you. But these are planted in a hot place. These are up against the tiles. These brick or tiles. The sun comes up over there and it rises over there. So these get the sun, these will get the sun on them all day. Where they're against this wall here, A, they'll be warm, B, they'll be dry, and C, we can hang a curtain from here to protect them during the winter. And they will be sprayed with fungicide, and we hopefully get some peaches. So you can grow peaches in England, but really ideally you need to, first of all, if you can, grow them inside a big greenhouse. Secondly, grow them against a brick wall for the extra heat. And thirdly, you will need to use fungicide on them reliably each year, because otherwise peach leaf curl is endemic. Growing them out of doors like an apple, you might be able to get away with it, but we haven't been able to get away with it at all effectively. We've got this one peach tree, variety Rochester, and it's not done very well at all. Okay, so just a little response there. Of course, if you live in Cyprus or Greece or anywhere in the Mediterranean, or perhaps in Florida or somewhere like that, then very likely you can grow peaches out of doors and do it very nicely. But we're not able to succeed in doing that here, so I just thought I'd put that up because I know a lot of people tune into these tubes because they're interested in basic questions about fruit growing. Should you grow a peach outdoors? Not if you live in a cold to temperate climate like England, but you can grow one against a wall, but it'll need a lot of protection and it'll need a lot of fungicide.